Beautiful, wonderful people. I am so glad you are here. In this video, we're going to get straight to the point. This video is called Dating is for Data. I am it makes me really sad. I saw a video where this woman was just putting together a whole bunch of like TikToks and videos by other women, and they were talking about how men are terrible and they want to exit the dating market, and men are trash and men really hurt them, and men are so disrespectful and they feel robbed that they gave their time. And so I want to very plainly tell you, and I know you've heard it before, but I'm going to break it down for you. Dating is for data. Dating is not for you to give your body to someone, for you to give the highest emotional intelligence to someone. It's not for them to be meeting your family. Dating is to see if you all fit together. If this is a match, if you would want to do life with this person, and if you are dating to have fun, that's beautiful. Then at the end of it, you should be able to say, I had fun. But if you're dating for fun, but you are simultaneously miserable every time you're done dating a person, you're doing something wrong. Okay? Because that's not dating for fun. Okay? Dating for fun is, I go out with this nice man, he takes me out, we have fun, that's it. Y'all know me. We're not getting in the bed, we're not doing none of those things. So it should be fun. You should be able to say, wow, he was such a nice guy. Really gonna miss, like going out with him on Fridays. I wish him well. That's dating for fun. You all are dating for air quotes fun, and then getting your heart ripped out at the end, and it just does not make any sense. So I'm going to show you exactly what you're looking for and how to do it in a way that you literally can be lighthearted and be like, wow, he was a good man. How you can get to the point where you only entertain good men. And I've told y'all before, if he does not leave you better than he found you, he was not a masculine man. And if you leave a relationship, a situationship, or whatever with a man, you do not need to feel like you were robbed of something. You need to bare minimum feel like you came out a little bit ahead. And then best case scenario, a bit ahead. But you at least need to come out saying, wow, I gained, this positive thing from this person. Please stop, quote, air quotes, dating for fun and getting your heart ripped out of your chest. That does not make any sense. That's like someone saying, oh, I'm going to Six Flags, and then they come back with bullet wounds and knives, and they tell you they just entered a war. And you're like, but I thought you were going to Six Flags. But they were like, oh yeah, the Six Flags is a war. Like, it just does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. You are saying one thing and then you're experiencing another, and it doesn't make any sense. It's like going skydiving and saying, I'm just going skydiving for fun. You can most certainly go skydiving for fun. People do it every day, but guess also what they understand. They understand that when they go skydiving, there are certain things that they have to do in order to be safe. Nobody in their right mind would tell you to get into a plane and skydive without a parachute. Nobody in their right mind would tell you to get into a plane and skydive with no guidance. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Please stop doing it. I'm begging you all to literally stop. Okay, you're wasting your life. You're wasting your time. You could be getting more health and beauty for yourself. You could be helping our communities. You could be serving the world And instead, you are in bed in fetal position over this man or this man child who gave you nothing but empty promises. Please stop. Okay, so let me show you what you're going to do. So if dating is for data, what you need to start off with is you need to get really real and raw about what it is that you want. Take the gloves off, take the limiting beliefs off. In your ideal relationship, what would it look like? Write it down, okay? And know that there's nothing that you cannot do, right? There are some parameters, but there's really nothing that you cannot do and that you cannot have. You are going to have to pay certain prices for it, so we'll talk about that later. But write down exactly what it is that you want. If you want to be a wife, be clear that you want to be a wife and move in that energy. Stop moving in just for fun energy. Stop moving in, I'm going to let him play with my time energy. That is not the energy you move in. If you want to be a trophy girlfriend, stop moving in wife energy. Stop expecting for these people to want to marry you if you just want to be a trophy girlfriend. If you want to be the girl that I don't advise this. I would never, ever, ever advise this. But if you want to be the girl he just calls on Saturday, stop moving in girlfriend/wife energy, even though they're not even on the same level. But stop moving in commitment energy, okay? Stay in Saturday night energy. Because a lot of expectations are you have desires, but you won't say them out loud. And so that is why your feelings are getting hurt. That is why you hate men. That is why dating's terrible. Because you have desires in your heart that you have not been very clear about. So get clear. I mean, get crystal clear about what it is that you want. Write it down. Now here comes your work. You need to be the reciprocal of that. So if you want someone who lives a very healthy lifestyle, 9 times out of 10, they're going to also want someone who lives a very healthy lifestyle. So if you want someone who lives a healthy lifestyle and is in shape, but you eat processed food and you don't work out, I'm not shaming you for that. I'm just saying you're probably not a reciprocal for that person. If you want someone who has an amazing family and a loving support system, you also need to have that. And it doesn't mean that it has to come from your biological family, because I know so many people are going through things, but you at least need to build healthy community in your place of faith. So at your church, volunteering, wherever it is where you can find good people who will support you throughout life, you also need to have that. If you want somebody who is, let's say you want someone who is financially stable, even if you are not at the financial level that you want that person to be at least be financially literate. At least learn how to manage money. At least be able to talk about the stock market. At least know what S&P stands for. You know what I mean? Like, at least know the bare minimum things. So you all will have something to talk about, so you all will be compatible. And then be open for them to be able to teach you about finances. If you want somebody who loves and has a good relationship with God, but you kind of know God, that's not going to work out, because 9 times out of 10, someone who loves and has a good relationship with God is going to need for you to do the same. So you become the reciprocal of that list, okay? So the first thing is, write out your desires, be clear. Get like crystal clear. Get so detailed, it's scary. Okay? Get so detailed, it's scary. Now you need to work on becoming the reciprocal of that list. Okay? The next thing you're going to do is you are going to start attracting those people. Now, just because they meet the requirements on the list does not mean you want to marry them or be their girlfriend or be their whatever person. Now, you have people who are on your list, and now you get to say, all right, I have 10 men who meet the top requirements on my list. Now we're starting to look at who can I see myself most compatible with? Who do I see myself having the most fun with? And then you start to go off of the vibes, like as in, when I say the vibes, I mean how you all are cohesive together. What is their energy towards you? How's their character, right? Like, people can say a lot of things about their character, but you really start to see character in people's actions. So now you start to look at, okay, is this man consistent with me? Does this man actually show up? Does he do what he say he's going to do? Because he could love God, but not be consistent with you. Does that make sense? Like, I want that to be very clear. He could be everything on your list and not want to give you those qualities. So you need to make sure that it's a right fit for you. So make sure that it's a right fit for you. And what I want you all to do, I want you to go into dating light-hearted. You need to start having packages. I'm going to do a whole video on that. But start having packages for the different levels that these men receive. You all are giving lifetime partner benefits to a man who texts you 2 times a week and tell you you're pretty. You all are giving fiance level energy to men who took you on 3 dates. Come down. Come down. Everybody has a package. Every business has levels. Okay, every concert has different type of seats. Some are general admission, some are VIP passes, some are all access. Like, you need to get to different levels. I'm going to do a video about that. But I just want to remind you all, please date for data. Is this person a good fit for how I see and desire my life? And if not, I promise you, you will be able to lovingly let them go. You will not feel like your heart is ripped out of your chest. You will stop making rant videos about how terrible men are and how terrible men are to you. And you will just be able to say, you know what? We went out on a couple dates. It didn't work out. That's that. Instead of, y'all know I hate breakup land. Having to go to breakup land. And having to be sad for months and months at a time. Like, that honestly, literally is too much. And if you want to do it, by all means, free will is a real thing. Live your life. I'm speaking to the women who are done with that. I'm speaking to the women who are done going to breakup land. Date for data. Do not date these people giving them wife privileges. And when I say wife privileges, I mean access to your family, access to your emotional intelligence, access to your body, access to all your time, being allowed to, infiltrate your living, how you live, the way you eat, the way you dress, influencing heavy-weighted decisions, asking this man to be your spiritual protector. I mean, all types of things that women do, and then expecting reciprocity from that. Please stop. You are not his wife. He is not your husband, if that's what you desire. It's so unfair to ask men to fill a role we never said that was the expectation. It is so unfair. it's also unfair of them to know that and still like be manipulative in that way. But as women, we have to take responsibility. It is so unfair to ask a man to do something we have not communicated. It is so unfair. So unfair. And I know it may seem like, well, Corinne, I shouldn't have to communicate it. And it's like, babe, you're in your bed in the fetal position, so it's time to open up your mouth. It's time to say, I want this, 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 and this, and then we can move forward. And he also gets to say, okay, well, I want that, and that, and then we can move forward. But there's got to be some standards. There has to be a game plan. You cannot just be out here winging it, because you will entertain any man who asks you on a date. Stop. And if you're doing it for fun, do it for fun. Okay? That's like going to Topgolf and having a great time at Topgolf, but being mad because like Topgolf didn't invest in you to go to the PGA Tour. It's like, I'm Topgolf. I'm for fun. I'm not here to get you to the PGA Tour. It's unfair for you to go on a date with a man and expect for him to give you husband level actions. It's unfair because I'm sure Topgolf is involved in the PGA some kind of way. I'm sure Topgolf has some type of dealings with, the National Golf League or PGA, Professional Golf Association, right? But that's a different level. And they're not giving that to somebody who came in for fun. So please stop expecting things without communicating. And another thing you have to do is, this is your life, okay? You have to be bold and you have to be firm about what it is that you want. Do not budge. You can make compromises on some things, but like character traits, values, do not budge. What you really want, do not budge. And if you want to start weeding people out because you're serious about what you want, start setting the expectation early, right? I am not with every man, but if you're looking for fun, say, hey, I'm just really excited to be dating. I love going out with men. I love the energy of men. I think they're great. Leave it at that. If you want to be engaged in a year, once you all really start, after that 6th, 7th date, maybe even earlier, honestly, right? Start saying those things, because if you say those things to a person who also wants those things, it's not going to run them off. You're only going to run off the people who do not want those things, and you do not want those people. Okay? You don't want them because they cannot give you what you want. Be upfront. Be clear. Be clear. Just practice it. Even if you find a man you don't like, this is a real world practical thing. I want you to find a man that you do not like, okay? You're like, he's still a good man, okay? He still meets your requirements, but you don't really like him. Then I want you to practice on him. I still want you to be your beautiful feminine self, so I don't want you to use this man. But I want you to practice, because this may even turn into something beautiful, honestly. Use this man as practice. I want you to be as open and as honest as you possibly can with this man. Tell this man, I'm really excited to meet my forever person. And when that comes along, I'll know, right? You're not saying him. You're just saying, I'm excited to meet my forever person. And see how he responds. And just get the nerves out the way. Get the nerves out the way. See how he responds. And that is like the real life practical advice I could say. Go on a date with a guy you may not care that much about, as in seeing a long-term future with him. But practice, right? He wants to take you out. He wants to be around your energy. Okay, practice with him. And you may be surprised that he goes, oh, me too. And then you'll realize, okay, this is a possibility. I can do this. And he just may get that much more attractive to you. So please stop allowing these men to rip your heart out of your chest and leave you in the fetal position for 6 months to a year. It makes no sense. Please stop it. I love you more than that. God loves you more than that. Like, stop, okay? All right, I had to make a quick video, and I really, really, really hope that this helps you. If this really helped you, please send it to somebody who you know could benefit. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love to help women create a life of peace and ease. So my coaching programs are always going to be in the description box. And if you want one-on-one coaching, one-on-one or group coaching, that's going to be in the description box as well. I will see you all later. Bye.